Anybody get any notifications?
Yeah, I saw it,
Cool.
that it's being broadcast. I saw that.
Are we live right now?
Trying to be. 1,310 subscribers.
Yeah, we're live.
Do it live. Couple minutes early, we can get set up. Admit.
Yo,
Welcome, Mr. Scott. Lots of good stuff to talk about this week. It seems like whenever we're missing somebody, we have some kind of an epic idea or a rant or something. Lego's getting his paint. What's going on, John? Congrats on the storefront. Excited to go check it out. Support you guys. Ontario's squeaking its way closer and closer, Isaac.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
What's going on, Mr. Lewis? So who do you guys remember who gave us Tango and Cash?
yes, I would like to applaud whoever that was. Thank you.
I think it was Make Havoc.
He did. He lived up to his namesake, that's for sure.
This is the first movie that I have ever watched where I fell asleep during the action sequence.
That's usually my wife. She'll stay awake through all the talking and whatnot. Then they get to the lightsaber battles and she knocks out.
It's supposed to be the highlight of those kinds of films, especially when you consider things like Stallone and Kurt Russell.
And all the butts.
Right.
Yeah.
What Isaac called them stunt butts.
Them butts or were they their butts?
If it was stunt butts, it was pretty seamless.
Seamless stunt butts.
Mm-hmm.
Better Off Dead. James Lewis. We already watched Better Off Dead, brother. And I was the only one who liked it. These guys shit on it. They didn't appreciate the $2 cash. See? How you been, Isaac?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
How was your paintball adventure with Gwen?
It was fun. Got shot right there.
Oh,
Nice.
Gwen got shot right here, down on her legs. I got shot in the back of the head. Thank goodness I was wearing a bandana and my hat, or else it would have probably been looking like this. It was fun though.
wow. So were you guys on a team, or how'd that all work out for you? Like,
It
what's
was
the
for
setup?
a private birthday party event, so it was just us and a bunch of friends that we know.
Just cruising around in the wilderness shooting each other?
Yeah, pretty fun.
I went out one time paintballing, and there was like this teams where if you shot somebody, they would just be dead and they couldn't do any cheap. You had to sign a paper that there was rules, and if you got shot, you were dead. And we were out there. We played like 3 rounds across like 6 hours, and I never got shot. And so I don't know if I got the authentic experience because I was just fucking hiding and lighting people up.
Yeah,
I got a paintball gun if you want to feel the experience.
Yeah, no.
Shoot ya.
I'm too old for that shit now.
never too old.
That's
Never
fine,
too
man.
old to
Next
get
time we're
shot.
biking, I'll have a little ambush set up for you.
Is that Liz sitting in the bushes? Shush, shush, shush. No. Pat, pat, pat.
All
Do you wear
right.
any protective gear, Isaac, or do you just kind of?
Just the mask and long sleeves.
No cup?
I was gonna say Josh learned the hard way to
Oh.
wear a cup.
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way to wear a cup.
Well, I used to own a cup and I still have the cup. I just don't have the garment that the cup goes in.
Jock
strap.
strap?
Yeah, the strap. There we go. The jock strap. I don't know what happened to it.
Man.
But I do want to do it again. It was fun. My son really wants to do it. He was too young to do it. He has to wait till he's 10.
We had
never been-
one of Miles' birthday parties. We had set up a bunch of like cardboard boxes in the backyard, and we like painted them and shit. And they all brought their like Nerf guns, and they played in the backyard. And that was when those rival ones first came out with the little orange ones. That,
Balls.
yeah, the little balls. They have some zip to them, and the whole rule of the day was don't shoot dad, or I'm gonna go get I put that gun away, and I didn't want to take it out. But if anybody shot me because I was busy doing stuff and cleaning up and organizing all of their games, if anybody thought they were funny and shot me, that I was gonna go get that gun and light their ass up, and then I ended up lighting them up for like 4 hours, so that it was just me chasing them around, giving them bruises with that freaking gun. It was pretty fun. Let's see. One Crazy Summer. One Crazy Summer. That's a good one. I like that one, James Lewis. We'll vote for that in a little bit for sure. What we've been going, I've already got my picks on the wheel, and we'll see what, before you guys start giving too many picks out, we'll see if you guys might want to kind of piggyback on the direction we've headed with the current picks. So the picks I have on the wheel so far, and let me see if anybody can, or both of you guys watching. It's not even 9:30 yet. Let's at least get our start time up, and then we'll look at it. But some interesting movie choices this time. There's kind of a theme going on. So let's see, while we're warming up, why don't we do we'll start with a screen share. Boom, boom, boom. This last week, we have
Dang, who's that handsome fellow?
that's Jose.
Damn.
And his uncle Jason.
Foiled again.
Uncle
You know what
Jason.
they-
Did Lego
you know what
tell
they-
you my story?
Yes.
Interesting, huh?
Yes. Very interesting.
I'll show you guys a picture sometime.
I haven't read Echo Lands yet. I gotta read that.
It's a beautiful book.
You know, they're doing like a deluxe edition of that, like a black and white. I think it's like. I think it's
That's
supposed
not
to be
deluxe. That thing looks like it's pretty deluxe right off the bat.
No, well, the way they describe it is as the pages left the artist's like studio type thing. So maybe it doesn't have any of the word or the dialogue or anything like that. It's just they're calling it the deluxe edition or something.
Oh, the art is absolutely gorgeous in that book. I really like those like death dog troopers that they have in it. I don't remember if that's exactly what they're called, but man, those dudes are cool looking.
So let's see. John went on the Web Slingers ride this weekend. What is that?
Well, it's
Is
a
Is it
California-
another?
California Adventure.
Is it another
said-
ride that used to be a different ride that they lost the license to and just slapped a different color paint on it? Instead
No.
of Twilight Zone, it's Guardians of the Galaxy now.
No, they gave the boot to the entirety of Bugs Land and replaced it with a Marvel Land.
It's Avengers Campus, and that's like the ride that's for it.
Avengers Campus. Why is it camp? I thought the X-Men were the ones that had a campus.
Well, no, it's supposed to be the
Where they
It's-
train.
where they train, yeah. So and
Okay,
then
but
what the Web Slingers is Spider-Man's, it's Peter Parker's kind of his scientific labs or something like that. They did a comic book called Web of WEB of Spider-Man. And it's based off of that ride. It's the first time that they officially put the kid from Iron Man 2 into the comic book series. He's like official
Iron Man
canon or
2.
something like that. Or Iron Man 3.
Iron Man
Sorry,
3.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, that's your favorite, isn't that one, Lego?
That's my favorite movie ever made. I feel like that movie got me so mad it started the comic cave.
That was our first video.
Yeah,
I wasn't giving out tens back. Yeah.
that was the bottom of the barrel until Captain Marvel came along.
That's
Whatever.
rough.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said there.
I said Iron Man 3 was the bottom of the barrel until Captain Marvel came along.
Oh, gotcha. Dude, I've never seen that. I honestly I don't really have a desire to, but
It's a terrible movie.
Now, is it Double Impact, Tango and Cash? Horrible? Or
No,
is
it's
it
like Phantasm.
Phantasm horrible? Or Last Airbender horrible?
There we go. Now you're getting close.
Or in Nate's case, Monty Python horrible?
Monty Python is great.
No, that's what I said in Nate's case. I specifically
Thank you,
narrowed that
Liz.
one down to him.
Thank you, Liz. Yeah,
Sorry.
I still don't. I used to like Benny Hill. Maybe it's just it had to be their thing.
And the
No, you're the bald one.
So we're gonna touch back on this a few times during this.
John says Tango and Cash gets 10 buckets in his eyes.
Well, then you should have had
Gotta be
John
the butt, right? Gotta be the
post-
butt, John.
He gets
should have
10
had
buckets of like horse semen splashed in his eyes.
Oh, wow.
Bad.
This is just Nate. Don't give out all the spoilers for Friday's review.
Wow.
spoilers. Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
It was the bestest ever.
I'll tell you
I
what
wanna
didn't
love you
happen.
round the clock.
What didn't happen was that we didn't fight with Jose and kick him off the show. And that's not why he isn't here.
Jose's doing
Or
the right.
is it?
He's doing the right thing and he's studying hard for his
Eating
exam.
this one out for school.
It's okay.
Good old Jose.
Awesomeness.
All right, so here, let's we got some news, some talking ish and late to the party family news. You guys can check this out. Ray's Comics. I don't know if you recognize anybody.
Who are those guys?
Who are those awesome peoples?
You can tickle the armpit here. Ticka, 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 ticka.
There you go. I'm not ticklish, so it's okay. Yeah, nothing.
That's a cool shirt.
Oh,
If I ever saw one.
there you go.
I like that Godzilla one.
Oh, yeah. That was my Christmas present from last year from my Julie in Tennessee.
And that Friends one that she's wearing.
The Friends one's the other one that she got me too. I get dressed by my friends and my sister. They're the ones that dress me. Yeah, so that middle picture there with those other two goofballs, my dad and my brother, that's the one that
Anybody ever wants
announces.
to know what John looks like? There he is.
Yeah, if you ever
That's
want to
the
know what
guy.
John looks like, he's just a younger, fatter version of my dad.
Oof.
That's okay. I'm just a shorter version. But we just signed our lease today, so probably Wednesday, hopefully, we'll have some keys in our hands and can show off the place a little bit. Maybe by Friday, depending on if we've got the keys, we might do our live video from the store, as empty as it is. There's literally nothing in it. So we've got some fun things that we're doing, some ideas set up for it. It's gonna look cool. We just have to get in there and get it all set up and done.
How cool is that? It's been a
It's
while.
like it's exciting but stressful but fun. You know, we just want to make it a cool place, you know, come and hang out and have fun. Buy some comics, talk some ish, play with some toys. Yeah, just come and hang out.
What city is it in?
Would be in Garden Grove.
We took a
next
trip to
the-
Garden Grove.
It's next to the Great Wolf Lodge.
Okay.
So there's like a little.
It's on Harbor.
shop- Yeah, so it's off of Harbor and
Lamson.
Lamson.
Mhm.
It's like in that area.
Across the street from Red Lobster.
No, it's
No.
McDonald's.
No.
It's north of the Great Wolf Lodge.
Okay.
It's across the street from the McDonald's.
Getting pretty close
Okay.
to Disneyland right there then.
Yeah, so we're within walking distance. Believe it or not, people will walk that far. In the convention center, you know, we got we're just outside the resort area. There's like a Joe's Italian Ice just down the street.
There's a Red Lobster and a
Yeah, so there's food all
not
over
Red
the
Lobster.
place.
You know, the Red Lobster on the one side, but there's Red Robin and Outback on the other. There's plenty
Crab
of
Shack.
Don't forget
Yeah,
the Crab Shack
Don't forget the Crab Shack.
and the
Yeah,
Coke.
that's where the Dread Pirate Roberts waved his butt in my face while I was trying to enjoy crab legs.
Please elaborate.
Uh,
Yeah.
They had plenty of
Why?
dancing servers, and the one guy, Wesley from The Princess Bride, decided to single me out and shake his thing in my face the entire time that I'm trying to enjoy these crab legs. Needless to say, it was the first and last time I ever went to Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, I've been there a total of one time, and it was awful.
Really? Wow, I have a good time there.
It was like it's the Farrell's ice cream of seafood.
Yeah, I think I've only been there once too. Now that I think about it.
Me too. And that was the time.
No need to go back.
I
I've
think
seen
I've
it
been
all.
a bubblegum shrimp more times than I've been to a Joe's Crab Shack, and the Joe's
Yeah.
is closer.
Yep.
I only been to Bubba's once. Actually, I usually end up going to the one over by the bike trail that on over by Fullerton Courthouse. There's like a pho place that has boiling crab in it too, or something like that. So I usually go there because they have more diversity in their menu.
there's a bunch of fun other eateries in like the little mall, like little area that we're at. There's a shawarma place. There's a Thai food restaurant. There's sushi.
Yeah, for you Avengers fans, you can get on top of that shawarma.
That's right. Oh, but we tried. There's a little coffee tea place there called. There's an almond house that's there too. It's really good. We stopped by there and said hi to the neighbors.
Put some texture on there, Lego.
Oh yeah,
That looks like
getting the-
texture.
we're getting the heavy oils out.
I thought you were
So
putting
it's good.
mayonnaise on the face.
So you decided to go for Bram Stoker's Dracula, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Got the
that's
red
another,
outfit.
another one of my
pale thing.
favorite 10 out of 10 movies that we reviewed.
I don't know why you don't like it, man. That movie's crazy good.
Because it's boring. Because it's boring and it's bad.
Your face is boring.
Knock it off.
That was such a childish comeback. I love it.
All right, I just got done watching Tango and Cash.
Your mom goes to
butt.
college.
Up your butt and hope you die.
Rambo's a pussy.
Hey, look.
So I didn't get a chance to say it in the review, but
Sorry.
it's like there was a couple jokes like that. I think they made like another an Arnold joke. Maybe it was like about Terminator or something. I don't remember, but it was like these are so for the audience's sake of being like, huh, 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 we know we're a movie, and it's like, yeah, like God, like golly,
You
was
broke
rough.
that jaw? I laughed at that one.
I don't know, dude. It feels like it's kind of like it's like Deadpool, but like way worse. You know, it's like we're breaking the fourth wall. We're giving you a little elbow, but just I don't know.
I guess
Deadpool
one of the
was
scenes
good.
that got cut. One of the scenes that got cut was Kurt Russell fights I don't know, some Asian guy, and in it
Probably
He, like,
Endo. That's
he
why he
beats
was
his
missing.
ass down and goes, "Oh, I thought all you karate guys were great," or something like that. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, that's in the trailer. When you watch the trailer, you're just like,
Yeah, dude. Why did they? Who was the random henchman at the end that he fought? What's his face is fighting the main big bad guy, and then all of a sudden there's this henchman that we've never seen throughout the whole movie, and it's just so like the other dude can have someone to fight while
yeah, they had to
ending
have
of
a
the
second
movie.
guy.
You know, I was like,
Yeah.
where did this guy come from?
The ponytail guy, and then there's just this other guy,
The ponytail guy was
rando guy number 2.
the ponytail guy was the general, one of the generals from The Fifth Element. He's
Oh,
just
yeah,
a lot
he
fatter
was.
and older.
That was him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Some people don't age too well.
Yeah, honey, it's okay.
What the No, like you guys have seen Tombstone, I'm sure, a bunch of times, and Ike Clanton in Tombstone, you know, like
Oh yeah, well,
Grizzled.
he died.
that grizzled drunk that's always on the run. That guy comes back and he's in the Avatar movie. James Cameron's Avatar is the general, the bad guy, and he looks like way younger and more cut in Avatar, and that's got to be like 20 years in the future. It's crazy how well he aged.
CGC, honey.
It's not CGC.
CGI, honey.
It's not CGI.
CGC.
None of the above.
Himself.
It's just raw manliness. That's what it is.
Right.
Go and watch it. Put it on the board. James Cameron's Avatar.
Avatar did.
What? This guy.
Yeah, we're gonna get the sequel called The Snort.
I don't think Avatar call this Torx. I don't think Avatar was that good, dude. I don't think it was worth being
As hyped as it was.
yeah, and the money that it made. I'm
It's a
maybe it's
ride
just
at
me.
Walt Disney World now, or Animal Kingdom, or something.
It is Animal Kingdom.
What? How many times have you seen it, Nate?
Once.
Yeah. See, I saw it the one time and I was totally underwhelmed, and then I saw it a second time and it was different.
But he was on shrooms.
Maybe
Possible.
Portobello. You need the hair for that, man.
Yeah. There
Oh,
it
that was
is.
good.
There it is. That's why I did it. I wanted it to come out.
Good dang. He knows just how to push your buttons, honey.
Give
we
him
go.
get him a goblet, please.
We don't have a goblet.
I don't, unfortunately.
Put it on the list for Christmas ideas.
Not even those Batman Forever ones.
I do have
No, we
I
don't
do have that
those.
that drinking horn.
No,
Oh, the
that's
drink-
too.
The one from
Like me.
the loot crate.
No, I have a real drinking horn.
It's actually, yeah,
It's made out of actual horn,
Oh, nice.
like this
Ivory,
big.
right?
Huh?
Would it be made out of ivory?
No, it's like ox
It's like
horn.
Oxford.
Okay.
No, this is too hot, man. It's August. Woo. Already breaking out in the sweat with that thing.
You're shedding.
Oh, fun times. All right, what kind of controversy do we have this week, Josh? You wanna spearhead the argument?
Well,
What
okay,
you do
so
now?
I didn't. do
Actually, I
any-
don't have any argument with what
We
you're about
were
to
we were talking last week. I think Nate brought it up briefly that they're going to be doing a Cowboy Bebop show. Now, all information up front. I'm not a manga guy. I don't really care about that stuff. I'm not invested in the show in any way. I could care less one way or the other whether it's good because I have no intention on seeing it. And I know for Nate and some others, that means that I can't have an opinion.
This is true.
However, what I've seen on the interwebs is that there's a lot of controversy because the fans think that Netflix is putting together a trash version of the manga, and word on the street
Anime.
is word on the street is that the people in Japan hate it already, and I wanted to know if you guys knew anything about it and if you had an opinion on it.
Don't read manga. I actually spent like a half an hour in the Barnes and
was
Noble
an
with
anime.
Glenn.
It was an anime. It wasn't a manga.
Yeah, it was like
Manga is the comic book, and anime is the type of cartoon.
Okay.
I don't know what the controversy is. I didn't read the article, unfortunately.
it's her outfit. Like apparently her outfit isn't a good enough match from what she wears in the show.
Well, it's not just that. So there was some fan objection to the fact that the costume, because they've released some pics from the Netflix show, and apparently the costume is not close enough to what's in the anime for the fans. And the actress playing the character, of course, immediately got out and responded by putting the fans on blast and telling them to piss off. And of course, that just riled up the beehive. And so, since you guys all said that you had some familiarity with Cowboy Bebop, I thought perhaps you were following the controversy.
I put it up because it was one of the things that you guys had shared with me that you wanted to talk about. I'm not familiar with it, but how pertinent is the outfit of this person to this story, and how big of a reach?
This is where it really comes, like, or what it comes down to. Like, you know, if you want to make Spider-Man's suit blue or whatever, like, okay, do you? That seems like an aesthetic choice. You know, I guess it doesn't need to be red. But with Faye Valentine, the character we're discussing, she is a femme fatale incarnate. She uses her feminine wiles to get what she wants. She seduces people and always leaves them hanging with the bag, you know, like that's her character, you know, and there's a lot of it. you know, I mean, there's a whole with all the characters in the show, there's a whole tragic element that goes behind it. They're all outcasts. They're all, you know, bounty hunters, and I think we all could probably guess that bounty hunters are not the best people. But her sexuality is a very large part of her character, and I think having her covered in this way and having it be such a not match is maybe perhaps where the issue is coming from.
Yeah, it's disrespectful to the original content. That's all it comes down to.
Thanks, Josh.
I was talking, Josh and I were talking about this on Saturday too. Because I like pulled up the images of her outfit from the TV show and then the outfit, you know, from the anime. And to me, it looked like, you know, they kind of worked within the bounds. I mean, the color scheme is pretty the same. Instead of this, you know what I mean? And I said that I told Josh, again, I have never seen the show, so I don't know. But I said the only thing I could see people complaining about is the fact that she's not showing enough skin. Now her outfit's only, and that's what I told him, is that her outfit, the way she's dressed now, unless she uses her sex and sensuality, is part of her character, and therefore that's her outfit, then people shouldn't be complaining about her not showing enough skin. But if that's part of her character and who she is, and you know, her sensuality or her sexuality, then yeah, she needs to have less clothes on, and they need to find an actress that's willing to go that way with the character. You know,
You know,
and I
I'm
think
not too
so.
familiar.
He validated what I said, so there you go, Bo. Thanks, Lego. I knew
I'm
you
not too
liked me.
familiar with this
I got
property,
you,
but
Liz.
I think that, you know, like a ridiculously beautiful woman, like that is a superpower. I've seen some women in my life where they come into the room and I almost just like, you want to look at them so much that I make it a point to not look at them, because it's almost like looking at like a reverse Medusa or something, where it's like, oh, like I gotta put my vex in another direction. So I can see why that would be, you know, some sort of a power for sure.
You know, I think one of the things that came up is that some people were suggesting that maybe the actress, you know, they had made that choice because they wanted to be a little bit more conservative with their style choices. But it was pointed out two things. Number one, that she has been in movies where she was far more scantily clad and even did nude scenes. And secondly, Netflix is the same content creator that created Cuties, that wonderful movie about
Oh, God.
10-year-olds that twerk. So if we're talking about modesty, we're not looking for Netflix.
Yeah, it's kind of absurd. And you know, like, we haven't seen the show, so maybe this could just be a single outfit that maybe she wears at the beginning. Maybe this is all a marketing tactic to get us
Talking
talking.
about it. Yeah.
That being said, I would be very surprised if a live action anime turned out to be good. And this one's not off to a good start, in my opinion.
Have there been any good live action animes?
Avatar, The Last Airbender. Hello.
Fucking knew you were gonna say that. As soon as I said, somebody was gonna say it, and it was either gonna be Isaac or Josh, but Isaac beat you to it.
He's at peak Josh tonight, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and bow out.
Is Avatar an anime?
No, because it's an American made.
Yeah, so
The cat's not impressed.
in order to be anime, does it have to be American? So you can't count Robotech as anime?
Anime can't be American.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
If it's
Robotech
American,
wasn't, though.
if it's American, then it cannot be anime. Is what I'm saying.
It's American. It can't be anime. Yeah. So Robotech is American.
No, Robotech is American.
What?
Harmony Gold is an American company.
Hells no! I'm looking that
pretty
shit
sure.
up. Sorry guys, we're gonna lose a
Fact
person
check
in our
time.
chat.
Canceled.
Our chat, 'cause I'm
Cancel
looking it up.
Robotech.
All in Facebook.
There's no way American guys can be doing that.
In Japan and in Japanese, anime.
It's called Robotech is a science fiction franchise that began with an 85 episode anime television series produced by
Yeah.
Harmony Gold US. They were produced by Harmony Gold USA in association with Tatsunoko Production. So
So,
it
yeah.
was, it's anime. It came from Japan, but it was produced here in America under Harmony
And,
Gold.
Right, but that means it's an American
No,
product.
it's an anime. It was
It's considered
originally-
anime. Yeah.
It was originally Japanese.
Robotech was, it's crazy. Robotech is kind of like Voltron in the sense that the American people saw that they had this cool robot thing going on, and they took it and they repackaged it. And do you remember how there was 3 seasons of Robotech and they all had different robots?
Yeah, here
Well,
it is.
they rewrote the
Yeah.
source material from Japan, and they kind of smashed it all together and changed things around and re-edited the source material in a way to tell the same, using the same footage and just dubbing their mouths differently to tell a different story than it was originally made by the Japanese creators. It happened with Voltron as well. With there were supposed to be 3 seasons of Voltron, and the first season was with the lions that we all know and love, and the second season was like the trucks and cars and whatnot. Those were all different. Those were different, like combining series too that they tried to put together and call Voltron. It was and they did the same thing with Transformers. Transformers was several different transforming robots that Hasbro was able to put together, and they
don't
kind
you
of
have the boys
rewrote
that
them.
make this?
They just kind of repackaged them. Now the Japanese do admit that they had a good thing with the robots, and but the writing was never super. They didn't feel like the writing would translate well to a Western audience, so they try to repackage it for us. Now, in more recent years, they don't try to rewrite things and put them out and whitewash them anymore. They just kind of put them out how they are. But when they do that, there are leaps that are taken that don't feel like the story's well done to a Western audience.
It's kind of insane how popular manga and anime has become in America over the last few years. I feel like it's kind of dominating the market as far as like, you know,
Well,
Just
it's,
took
what the
Gwen.
younger generation is looking to now.
well, it's funny how what country was giving their youth money to spend money towards their arts, and instead they went towards anime.
Yeah, it was France.
There we go.
I just
Yeah,
took
that was-
Gwen to Barnes and Noble yesterday because she wanted to get a manga.
Was it
And,
Attack on Titan?
What's that?
Was it Attack on Titan?
No. It was
Demon Slayer?
yeah, it was Demon Slayer. One of them's Demon Slayer, but she
My
likes
Hero?
them. She wants to read them. My Hero Academy, yeah. She wants to read them, and she
That's
like
another form of X-Men, bro.
she wants like first appearances. She wants number ones, and she wants to keep them pristine. And there's like 3 times as many manga as there are graphic novels of American comics inside of Barnes and Noble. It's crazy. And it's like you can see, I just took a step back and I'm watching the kids, what the kids are going to, and all the kids, wow, it looks like there's a predator encircling you. All of the kids are going and looking at manga. There's a bunch of little girls. It's girls too. Girls are all just swarming to this manga. And there's like old comic book Simpsons guy going to the graphic novel stuff. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, is the shit I like that boomer? The only one going to look at it is this old guy who's got a Hulk Hogan ponytail. He's like bald on top with long hair. How are you going to be bald and have long hair? Hulk
Holding on to
Hogan.
my youth, bro.
Yeah, it's you know, I don't know. I'd have to probably pick it up and take a look at it to see, but it always comes off as chibi for me. The same shit that makes me not like Pops makes me not like these manga. Like the over exaggerated extra cartoony stuff. I can't fucking stand it. So
Yeah, but did you have those objections when we watched Akira?
yeah. I've never not. You know, the thing is that Akira, there's enough robots and motorcycles and cool violent shit to keep me going despite what I'm seeing with the chibi stuff. But if it's pure, like these guys have known me forever. Scotty Young variants, I think they're the biggest crock of trash crap fuckery that's ever been in the world of comics. So if they're the,
I better go put my
Let's get them.
e-books away then.
I like comics because
tonight.
they're cool. I think if something's supposed to, it's cute, then there's a place for it. Cute things being cute, and I'm okay with those things. But when you take cool things and you make them cute, I don't like it. And it's okay if you do. I just think it's shit for me.
Wow, that was a mouthful.
Yeah, I know.
I generally tend to agree with Nate. I think he's on the mark with this one. I just don't think he's hard enough.
Hit it harder, Nate. Tell us how you really feel.
I don't. I
So
don't.
Batman
Like it.
shouldn't look like this.
What I would say is the difference between me and other people is I would say other people would say they would say it in a way that would try to make their opinion be what is, and I would at least have the decency to not shit on you and say, hey, what's your favorite food? Tamales? Tamales fucking suck and you're a bastard if you like them. No, you can like tamales. I just think they're horrible. So I don't state my opinion as fact. That's the
I have
difference.
them at
to me.
Christmas, so I have something to unwrap every year.
No, I like tamales. I don't know what
think-
made that thing come to my head.
I think that's not quite a good argument, because if you were comparing the tamale argument, then the question would be, are there good tamales and bad tamales?
Oh, there is
So
a
we're
lot of
talking-
tamales.
We're talking about, we would be talking about renditions of Batman. Are there good renditions and bad renditions of Batman? The answer has to be yes. So you can't say, well, I like Batman and this other guy likes tamales, and therefore I'm not going to shit on him. No, you can shit on people for having a bad version of Batman that they like. That's fine.
And Josh does do it all the time.
Yep.
Oh, you mean you don't like Loki like this?
I'm not for shitting on people. I'm just for shitting on cash grabs. See that Batman right there? I'm cool with that one. That's cool. Batman's cool. I want Batman to be cool. Batman's not supposed to be cute, not to me. So, and if you want Batman to be cute, I can understand why somebody would want Batman to be cute. I think that's still cool. And then he shows the balls and it probably crosses the line, but no.
Freddy Funko.
Eat them.
It's kind of hard, dude, because it's like, I think the appeal, like, so many people see like these characters in like a million different lights. Like, Batman is smart and he is cool and he is also cute and funny and witty and romantic and a brooding loner, and it's like, it's just whoever is looking at him, I think, and or writing or whatever. Like, I mean, we could argue all day about what the real traits of Batman are. Like, how do you distill it down? There's been 75 years plus of history associated with this character being part of the public conversation. How do you just say he's one thing or not?
I'm not saying there's one thing or another. I'm just saying when he's that thing, I don't like it. And if you do, that's fine, but I don't.
No, sure. I wasn't trying to put those words in your mouth, but
No, I get it.
I think it's just when you're dealing with these additional versions of characters, what you're revealing is that you have people who enjoy the character outside of the story in which they exist. Batman is a character that represents archetypes of justice and fear. And when you take him out of that and you make him cutesy and you put a diaper on him and a pacifier in his mouth, you're totally missing the boat. Batman is supposed to represent a certain thing, and when you look at him outside of that, you're representing that you don't understand the story that he exists in.
That's one thing I have I've liked with all this multiverse stuff that they have going on with the different characters and whatnot. It's that, maybe they could, like I did like that 60s Batman where Adam West and Burt Ward were slinging dick all over Hollywood, and I don't mean Grayson. There was a place for that. So, but I didn't think that was cutesy either. But I mean,
I think with Batman 66 though, you have to bear in mind that at the time, I think we were grateful to have any kind of Batman on the TV screen. But if you look at it over the course of everything that we've received since then, I'm not sure anybody's going to put Adam West at the top of the representations of Batman that we've seen, because he's just not there.
He was the only one that wore the suit without pads. That was all him. That was all his muscle.
Yeah. All of it.
Oh. I think he's fine. And I like the Funko versions. And I like, Scotty Young's never really done Batman, but to my knowledge.
Lego Batman.
Lego Batman, good.
Lego Batman.
Lego Batman is cool.
It's fun
I
seeing all the
guess.
different ones.
Yeah, I mean,
It's okay.
these guys have known that about me for a long time now. There was other people who used to say that they felt the same way, and then they fucking sold out, but I've at least maintained my integrity. They'll go nameless. They got people selling first appearances of X-23 so they can buy those fucking pops. They're gonna sell a comic to buy that shit? Fucking key issue? Blaspheme. I can see if you decide to collect that too, but you can't sell your kids to buy nephews.
I like it. That's a better analogy. I like it.
Right? I mean, nephews are great, but you can't say, your kids are your kids, all right, what else do we got today? We have got the most pathetic following of any show ever. It hasn't been this bad since we got rid of the wheel.
The 4 people that are following us are the greatest. So,
Well, it's like Liz, you, and me, and John. Oh man, we can't even do the wheel. We're gonna have to just do it ourselves, which probably might be
Put
better.
the other sequels on there.
Right. So let's see. What else do we got that had sequels? Let's just do it. Fuck it.
Well, you haven't even gone over the wheel yet. Explain.
Well, I'm gonna do it right now because we're 37 minutes in. So we're doing sequels of shows that we've reviewed already, at least thusly. And I've got Phantasm 2, Aliens, Weekend at Bernie's 2, Poltergeist 2, Conan the Destroyer, Hellraiser 2, Predator 2, and the Temple of Doom. So that's 8 out of 16 of the possible choices. And I can go back through our playlist and see if we can find any more. Let
And
me
I was
see if
gonna
can
do that right now.
Oh, you're gonna go for it. I'll let you do it. I talk enough as it is.
So we watched, what Batman movie did we watch?
It was a sequel.
Batman Forever. Yeah, there was a sequel,
Oh,
and it was a terrible sequel.
yeah, that was so bad. Fucking Jose.
So now let's go to the original Batman. We'll reverse it.
A reverse sequel?
Or we could watch Batman and Robin, which was its sequel. We get the best version of Mr. Freeze we've ever had on the big screen.
Mr. Freeze.
It's also the only version of Mr. Freeze we've ever had on the big screen. You know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Hello,
If you-
Batman.
Are you going through the playlist, Liz, or through the regular
Yeah,
channel?
I'm looking up. Well, Army of Darkness was the sequel. Evil Dead was the original.
If we run out of sequels, then we might look to go backwards, like Isaac's talking about, and maybe Army of Darkness or Evil Dead. Let's try to fill it up with.
Of them that weren't sequel. Well, let's see. Forbidden Planet, no.
So, any good books coming out tomorrow, Isaac?
Next door.
We've got on deck.
You feel
Tremors
free-
2.
Oh yeah,
Tremors too. All right.
Geiger number 6 comes out tomorrow.
Is that the final issue?
No, it's an ongoing now.
Oh, that's right. They changed it.
Yeah, that was the first. This is the end of the story arc. So this is a double-sided action finale.
Well, Lego went bold, huh? Holy shit! He went from
On
geisha.
Bach 2.
What's that?
On Bach 2.
Oh God!
That means it's going on.
Ong Bak 2 ruins Ong Bak. It makes Ong Bak be a bad movie. I'd rather just leave Ong Bak as it stands. Maybe. We'll see if you can.
Hey, you're doing a little Department of Truth there, huh?
Hell yeah.
I like
The
it.
woman
It's
with
like
the
a-
red eyes.
A geisha voodoo doll.
No, that's the woman with the red eyes from the X eyes from
From
Department of Truth.
Think she might be in my subconscious, guys. I didn't even do that on purpose.
We've got Sweet Paprika number 2. Thanks, man.
Well, you could pick another Godzilla movie because we watched the
Oh
original. Godzilla.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Somebody want to put one up there?
Well, what's
we
the
watch
next
a-
one in the line after that one? What was the second Godzilla movie? Go, Isaac.
Coming to America 2 is too new.
Yeah, it's too
Oh,
new.
too bad they didn't do a sequel to Avatar.
Yeah.
You shut your mouth. Stop giving them ideas, please.
The
It's out there
Avatar
now. It's too late. It's out there now. It's the butterfly effect, baby. Wait, we watched Terminator 2, but we didn't watch the original Terminator.
Yeah, but we could watch Terminator 3.
Nah.
Well, we got some
I love it.
options. Like we'll see. Like I said, we can still put these up later if we can't fill it
We
out.
could do a Godzilla Raids again. 1955.
Is that playing anywhere?
It's fuck it, find it yourself.
Doesn't HBO have all the Godzilla movies?
Yeah, it does.
Here. Two.
Gojira raids
Couple
again.
of
All
them
right,
on there.
It'd be
couple of them is on
HBO.
here.
Poltergeist 2.
Poltergeist 2 is on here.
Phantasm.
Phantasm's on here.
Oh, dear God. Tell me Hellraiser's not on there.
It is.
It
Damn
is
it.
on there.
Oh, Matrix. The second one.
Oh, Matrix
Reloaded.
Reloaded.
Okay, let's see. Matrix Reloaded. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the Gojira called? Gojira rides again?
Rides again.
Raid.
Raids again?
Rises.
There
Right
is a
again.
Starship Troopers 2.
Pass.
I'm good.
It's bad. It's really, really,
I know, I've
really,
seen it. I'm just saying there
really-
is one.
it's one of those ones that'll shit on the first one. It'll be like watching Ong Bak 2.
Yeah.
It'll soil or
Well, that's it. That's it. Everything else doesn't have a sequel. Tucker and Dale, I don't think they have a sequel, or Monty Python and the Holy Grail doesn't.
But we could
Woo!
watch another Monty
Brian.
Python movie.
We
No.
could do Life of
No,
Brian.
no, no,
we
no,
could
no,
do the
no.
meaning
Yeah.
of life.
No.
Uh-huh.
Did we get
On your wheel.
Raiders or sorry
Temple of
Yeah,
Doom's on
Temple of
Temple
here.
of Doom.
Yeah.
All the obvious ones I got.
I don't think Akira had a sequel.
Akira
Killer
2,
Clowns.
Electric Boogaloo,
And do have a part 2.
Xanaduce.
Xanaduce.
We're gonna
I'm
have to
in.
make it
Let's go.
ourselves.
Let's
Inglorious
go.
Bastards didn't. Oh yeah, Batman Forever.
Watch
was on
Reservoir
there.
Dogs.
All right, Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Oh, did you put Weekend
Just-
at Bernie's?
Yes.
I got Weekend at Bernie's 2 on here. All right, Batman and Robin. Fuck.
I hope it lands on it.
There's no Time Bandits. Yeah, Terminator 2 we watched, but not the first one.
But we
All
did
right,
watch
Terminator 3.
Yeah.
Aliens?
Yeah, it's on there.
It's on there. He's on
Damn,
there.
they didn't do a sequel to Cutthroat Island?
I was just who was I just listening to that talks about that movie
I don't know.
and how great
sounds like something you would know.
how
Liz?
great how great that scene is.
The
That
only
was my
person-
movie. What did he say?
Who was he
I think-
listening to that was talking?
It
about
was
Raiders?
Joe Rogan and Quentin Tarantino were talking about that movie.
Cutthroat
how
Island?
how Gina Davis did her own stunts on that movie, and that chase scene is one of the best chase scenes ever shot on film that probably nobody's ever really seen. And that movie was so expensive to make, and it flopped like a fish. But they talked about it.
Yeah, I know she did that one where she falls out the window and she hurt her back doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that she did herself, they said, or Quentin Tarantino was saying.
Well, Gina Davis got balls, man.
Well, she should have hired a stuntman and practiced more on her lines. She was leaning too hard in the wrong lane.
No love for Gina Davis.
League of Her Own.
It's goodbye. Gina
All
Davis.
right.
Terminator
Samuel
2 on the list. Yeah.
Yes.
Terminator 3 is on the list.
Yeah, that's it. There's no other sequels.
All right, well, let's see.
What about Goonies 2? Slot's Revenge.
Wait, did you put Tremors 2 on there?
Tremors 2 is on here. Here's what I got. Predator 2, Temple of Doom, Terminator 3,
Oh.
Aliens.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Oh, there we go.
How did you miss that one?
Yeah, isn't
Oh,
that Dream
perfect.
Warriors?
Yeah, that is.
Yes.
That's the best one. There's a guy who plays Dungeons and Dragons in there.
Wait, no, I don't think it's that one, is it?
I think so, isn't it? Or is that 3?
It's the one with the neighbor kid who they just move in and he's like showing up everywhere.
You've got the body and I've got the brains.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I can't
He's trying to get resurrected. All right, so let's see. Predator 2, Temple of Doom, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Terminator 3, Aliens, Phantasm 2, Matrix Reloaded, Batman and Robin. Oh, Weekend at Bernie's 2, Poltergeist 2, Gojira Raids Again, Tremors 2, Conan the Destroyer, Hellraiser 2. So we got 2 spots left.
let's go with
Guys, I'm starting to think sequels were a mistake.
the other guys.
The other guys. Yeah.
Should watch Evil Dead.
Did you put Evil Dead on there?
I can. We'll do. Wait a minute. What were the 2 that I said we don't want to do because I ruined the movie? Starship Troopers 2 and Ong Bak 2.
Tremors
And
2.
On Bak 2.
And On Bak 2.
We got Tremors 2 on here. I know you want Tremors really bad. And you've reminded me like 74 times. But it's on your list. I put it on the
Let's
first time.
Hey, do you have Tremors 2 on there? I got OCD. I gotta get it up to 100.
Let's put Office Space on there.
Sure. next week.
Next week will be my picks. We'll see.
Ongbok 2 and Starship Troopers 2.
If it lands on there, I'm gonna hate you.
I'm not doing it.
Who you
Lego's
kidding?
gonna
You
call
already
out.
That makes me want it even more.
Lego's gonna call
It's
out.
just gonna be me and Josh.
Have a no call, no show on your hands.
No call, no show.
We're gonna be in Tennessee when we do this one.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in the car so we can make sure we can yell and scream.
Lego's gonna get demerits.
Write me up. I don't give a fuck.
Did you get your brakes done, Lego?
Yeah, the bike's in the shop right now.
Dude, I don't know how relevant this is to pop culture, but the fucking city of Fullerton, like, they won't let my buddy who has the mobile bike shop park in the parking lot of the courthouse anymore. They're all going full bore Karen on all the mountain bikers in the area. It's kind of fucked up. I don't think they have any idea how much revenue that this hobby / sport brings to that city. Restaurants in the area, they put up signs, ripped out a bunch of trails and jumps and things.
Why are they going after you guys?
There's a subgroup. There's a group of like just ridiculous, like stupid people who went and like cut down trees and shit and made trails. And they just went fucking heavy handed, as opposed to, I guess, they did. I think that they think that they're acting in their best interest, but I think that they're overdoing it. The guy Craig, he goes there and he fixes most people's bikes on the trail for free to keep their bikes up and running, and it's really fucked with his liveliness, because usually him hanging out at the trail gets his repairs lined up for the entire week, so for his whole business. And he had a real do-it-yourself ethos with his truck, as he like bought the truck for like 14 grand, stuck his tools in it, and went there and fixed bikes and just made his living off of what he knew how to do, which was fixing bikes. And then through the money he made from his own expertise, he was able to build up inventory and then thus buy a shop and just grow it into, something that he can feed himself and his family on. And, and then, because some bitch thinks that she's scared about a mountain biker riding too fast by her on the trail when she's walking foo-foo. She wants to end his whole fucking existence. And I really think it's bullshit.
Yeah. Give me a second. I have something to say about that. But
they took down years of people's work. They put in lots of just like very beautiful, what they were able to do with dirt and water was magnificent in some of these places. Took years of work to do it, and they just came and bulldozed it out in like an afternoon, just because a few people cried at a city council meeting. And I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous. I think Lego's grabbing some. Go ahead.
Are there any parts of the trail that they changed that, or is it like kind of in the hinterlands?
There's things all over the place, and there were spots where people were out of line for sure. But I think that, it's kind of like you don't want kids surfing this dangerous spot at the jetty. So to stop them from surfing at the jetty, you fly by with an airplane and you gun down every surfer in the water. And it's just very, very heavy-handed.
More extreme though. What's going on? Sound like the bulldozer was taking all the bikers off the trail at the same time.
Well, there is right now, out of the entire thing, there's one feature left on the entire main trail. There's one feature left.
Dirt.
It's the one that we built. It's the coolest jump in Orange County. It's awesome. But aside from that, they took everything out.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. And going back to the whole business aspect of it, it's a real disappointment because, I mean, we're supposedly, I mean, we're in this pandemic, we're fighting hard through it, and this is a business owner who's running a business that's completely pandemic safe. It's pandemic proof. I mean, he's open air. There's no lines. There's no large gatherings inside. It's completely safe, and the city is going after him in a way that is so just, it's unconscionable. You know, it's the guy who's literally setting up shop, doing business, and like making the community better and safer.
And
like,
saving people's lives, because part of what kills COVID is people not being in shape. So this is an activity.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm going to take this. I'm going to make it into a clip show, and I'm going to share it on the mountain bike channels.
You should, man, because it's such a fucking shame that they're going after him, because it's like this is one of the best things that you could do for people at this time, is getting them healthy and making sure they have equipment that's safe and functional.
Yeah, but are they?
And they're saying that this guy can't run his business in that way.
He is.
What should he do?
He's paying
Should he
taxes
have
on stuff.
And he's paying taxes.
unless he's doing the repairs for free, because 8 out of 10 repairs, which would reduce down to 4 out of 5 repairs that he's doing out there, he does it for free. The whole point of his weekend there is to try to get people patched up. And if he can't patch them up really quick for free and get them back on the trail, then he'll schedule them for them to come to the shop and fix the bikes. And he gets the bikes fixed in his shop faster than any shop in Orange County or LA. He has like a 24-hour turnaround. Or other places are making you wait 2 weeks to even talk to somebody.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, and he was able to just with a toolbox and a truck, just, like one sale at a time, build up his inventory. He was able to get buy some last year's jerseys and outfits, gloves, and sell them, at a discount off of there. The money he made from that, he just built it to where now he's selling bikes. He just built his business all from a very respectable, hard ground, do-it-yourself ethos that I just totally found amazing in today's climate. Like when we first saw his truck, I was just like, oh my God. I went over there and I bought something I didn't need just because I thought it was so cool what he was doing.
And it sucks, man, because I feel like this is the American dream, right? Like you go, you learn a skill, you learn how to do it well, you build the community around what you do. And then, the community allows you to sustain yourself and your family. And this is getting bogged down in bureaucratic BS, man. It sucks. It's like there's no reason for it. Why? I'm sure they have their reasons, but I just, when you look at the bigger picture of just what is happening, it seems so minor. And to make someone jump through hoops and go on these meetings and make their life a living hell, it's like, why are we doing that? This isn't Walmart setting up shop in a fucking parking lot. This is a family. This is a real person doing what they love and building a community in the city. I can't understand it.
Say that, Isaac. That's worth hearing again.
It's because they're not Walmart. It's because he's a small time person trying to make ends meet. Who was the ones open? Walmart, Target, Costco, all the big companies. Mom and pop shops weren't allowed to be open. It's just all these big corporations taking down the little guy. What happens in the towns that have those small shops, and then the big Walmart comes in and tears them down because everybody could buy everything cheaper at Walmart.
It's crazy. As you go to downtown Fullerton, it used to be a bastion of small business and entrepreneurial success, full of restaurants and just people walking down the street. There's still vestiges of that, but so many closed buildings and just ghost town in there. And, the people who, like, oh, you can open your dining. Oh, now you can't. Now you can. And they like make them take up and down these makeshift patios and things. And then we found the guy who created his own thing. Like the gumption that he showed in building, what he had from almost nothing. It's just amazing. And to just have, Darren, Karen, and Sharon come in and shit on it, it's just it really sucks. So I'm gonna make a clip out of this.
I think you're giving these guys too much credit when you're saying that the city council and the others have their reasons. These people despise small business. They despise the American work ethic. They think that everything outside of their corporate bubble is non-essential, and they're happy to shut down and rain on your parade at the drop of a hat. And that's what they thrive on. We, after a year and a half of this crap, we can't give them any benefit of the doubt anymore. That's all there is to it. We're at kind of a make or break point. Either we have to stand up and we have to run our businesses anyway, or we just have to agree to close up shop permanent and go home and stay in the basement. There's no other options at this point.
I agree with you, Josh. I think it's such a travesty that someone could work a full-time job at one of these corporations and still be on food stamps because they can't feed themselves or their kids. It's like that shouldn't be the baseline. The average whatever minimum wage worker is they shouldn't work 40 hours and not be able to feed themselves.
Craig, Craig, the guy who runs this shop, he works from 9 to like 10 every day. He goes to the trail and he goes and hangs out at the trail from like, I want to say 7 a.m. until like 1 p.m. Goes and eats lunch and is back at his shop from 2 until like 8 p.m. like on the weekend. He has one day where it's just like a hangout day. He's got beer on tap at the shop and people can go and work on their own bikes. He'll teach you how to fix your own bike, and you can work on your own bike and clean your bike and have beer out of the keg that you don't even have to pay for, that he'll give you just to go out and be part of this community. It's
whoa. You need a liquor license for that one, bud.
No, you don't. Not if you're not selling it. You can give beer to your friends.
Joking.
I might pull that out of the street.
Not anymore. No beer for friends.
The secret to success in America is private home ownership and private business ownership. And they want to take that away because they want everybody on the dole and everybody part of the corporate process. And we're seeing that played out every day in our communities. And you guys, unfortunately, you guys are now seeing it, amongst the people that want to enjoy the trails up there in Coyote Hills.
No, for sure. There's, those of us in the Collection Connection family, like my biggest goal with this whole thing is to hopefully try to get it to the point to where I can break free of the shackles of the 9 to 5 and focus solely on this, because when I have the time to actually write and create content, it hits. Our serial stuff like this, for instance, we get a decent following, and we get a chance to have a little bit of a pedestal to reach out to friends and family and talk our stuff, and I have fun doing it, and I have fun hanging out with you guys. But the actual content that I write and that I work on, that I spend time on, it's tough to do that, as well as be in charge of 55, 60 people at the restaurant as well. So it's always been a goal of mine to try to get this to that next level. We're so close. We're so close to at least getting past that little line where the algorithm will try to carry us a little bit further, because it's hard when you're below that threshold. So hopefully
Well, it's
it
part
works
of the
out.
reason why that we're starting our shop is, Dad wanted to leave something behind for us too, and something that we all had a passion for and a like for, and that's why he wants to get, he wanted to start the store and the comic books company and stuff. So it's tough. It's little things like when you're talking about. I mean, it's not a trade, so I can't say I'm as noble as somebody that can go out and fix shit, because I can't.
You know what though? It is. There's an education in this stuff. You more so than I have. You and the Comic Cave guys can wax poetic about Garth Ennis and freaking whoever.
Say one more name.
Let's see.
On,
let's
you
see.
got one in your
Name 3 songs by Garth Ennis.
3 what?
It's a meme. Name 3 songs by.
Garth Brooks. He's got comics in low places.
But yeah, that's like Dad's wanted us to be able to. The best thing he said he did was when he decided to go into, business for himself type situation where he had the freedom to work whoever he wanted to work for and say yay or nay to cases and things like that. That's kind of what he wanted for us, is to be able to have a place that's going to sustain us and something that we have a passion for and enjoy doing.
As long as the tyrants don't try to rain on your parade.
Right. Well, we have that to deal with and contend with too, but.
Oh yeah, no, they're raining on all the parades. You can't even within the next how many months is it going to be before you can't even flip toys on eBay anymore without getting quadruple taxed? Think about that, man. Like you're going to buy, let's say you're that guy who's sleeping in front of Target on a lawn chair to get that G.I. Joe Baroness action figure, to pick it up for $40 and to try to sell it for $60. Like you won't even be able to do that because you're gonna have to pay the sales tax when you buy it. You have to pay the income tax when you sell it. The next guy's gonna have to pay the sales tax from you when he buys it from you. Like there's so many different tax. They have to tax. Like, wow, it's crazy.
Just remember, the Boston Tea Party was held over a 2% tax, guys. 2%
on tea.
On tea, and we're willing to pay 10% on toys, and we think that that's okay. We're free.
I was reading this thing about there was, I don't remember what country it was, but it was in South America, and they were pissed off with the inflation and the way that the monetary system was going. So they developed like an underground trading system where they just bartered and traded amongst each other and didn't include money for it. And it was just called like, they called it talentos, which is, it's talents. And they just traded, chickens for fruit and all that stuff. And they were able to cut out middlemen by actually meeting and handing over goods to each other. And I can't help but think that something like that might be good for us, in the very near future, especially
I love that idea.
Right. I think it's great, especially like, I'm like, dude, I got these comics, right? Who did just like quadrupled in value over the last 2 years. And what if I want to sell them? Like, am I really trying to have a 1099 because I sold one comic that was above $600? Am I really wanting to do that? Or do I want to take it to some place where they're going to try to give me only 25% of what it's worth so that they could sell it and make the difference to cover their margins, which is totally a legitimate thing to do for a reseller business or whatever. But as a guy who over the last however long eBay's been around, been able to do and buy and sell things, like I don't know how stoked I am to have that option of at least of a worldwide marketplace taken from me, or to have to get taxed that hard to do it. And they're even they're going after PayPal. Liz, you're probably more well versed in this than I am. They're going after a bunch of different payment platforms. Am I correct? Besides, I know they're going after PayPal.
PayPal, I know PayPal, eBay, PayPal, I think Venmo, because Venmo now people can, it's kind of like what I said the last time. There, as long as you can find a paper trail of some form, a consistent paper trail from one, accounts to other accounts and things like that, they'll go after it. I'm sure Venmo's there. And like I said, there's all these other apps that are popping up for selling on auctions and listings. Oh, Etsy, they're doing it on Etsy too. And Pinterest, I think they're going after people that are selling on those places as well. But I'm sure like Whatnot and Pop Shop Live, some of these other new ones that are popping up, they're going to go after them too. But yeah, right now that, like I said, as long as they can consistently see like funds being transferred from here to there to over there to here to, and they can see a route, they'll be like, okay, we'll go ahead and we'll hit this company here and we'll tax this company and we'll tax that company and this company. I mean, it's one of those things too, where for a while to sell on eBay, now it's individual states. So depending on what state you purchase from will depend on the rate that you get taxed on. So a buyer who's in California buying from Kentucky is going to pay California state tax. It's wherever the buyer's from. It's not where the seller's from. So in Tennessee doesn't have a state sales tax. So if you're in Tennessee and you buy something in California, you're not getting charged any tax on that product, but the person that you buy it from, i.e. myself, has to pay, it has to go into the business tax of something, that we earned money on, made money on. So we have to pay that tax. But it used to be at the beginning, before the individual taxes from the different states, there was just an internet sales tax of like an average, I think it was like 6% or 5% or something like that. And it didn't matter where you were from, you're automatically getting charged an internet sales tax. But now eBay's changed into individual states. Amazon's the same way. It used to be on Amazon.
I heard they were raising
getting,
like a collectibles tax too, like a whole separate tax just on collectibles.
Yeah, that's just because the market is, people are showing that they're, they were doing it with, I think, sports memorabilia. It's always the first one that it really hits first. It goes with sports memorabilia first. And then it sees, they test it out in that market and see where it's at. And some places are trying it. They're trying to put laws in place, but it hasn't caught on. It's just, they're just talking about it right now for specific like categories and stuff, because they're seeing like these huge jumps. And it has now collectibles and sports memorabilia, things like that is actually considered like collateral now. So if you wanted to take a loan out or something, you could use your Hulk 181 as collateral on your loan, because it actually has a worth and a value that's recognized. Now it's not like that necessarily for raw comics, unless it's like a super rare, you got Action Comics #1 or something like that. But especially for the CGC stuff and the graded stuff, sports cards, trading cards, works of art. It's like, what's that Ben Affleck movie that he was the accountant, where he's got all of this stuff that's in hard currency that he can quick cash and sell and not have to worry about. It's that kind of brought it all to light. But now banks, yeah, we could take in. Yeah, you take in your Hulk 181 and be like, well, I'm going to put this as my collateral. And they'll be like, okay, no problem. Especially since it's graded.
And they take it?
They don't take it, but it's like a car loan, or, when you use your
like
car as collateral for a loan.
Yeah.
It's an actual tangible thing. And so now you can start using those types of collectibles to take loans out or to use as collateral for something.
And if you don't pay,
then they take it. Yeah, it can get
That's
repossessed.
that's why you crack that CGC and put a reprint in there.
Right.
Yeah, whoever the comic book repo guy is, better have some spectacles on and some white gloves.
Yeah. It fell, it broke. It fell off the shelf. Earthquake.
That
Right.
actually, you know what? That might be a future business to get into, though. Instead of like Dog the Bounty Hunter, you could be Dog the Comic Repo Man. You know, that's you got to think. You got to think entrepreneurially.
Well, how would
so
you-
how do you take advantage of these companies charging all this excess tax on stuff, and then considering comics real property?
Yeah, but
Get
you
into
can-
the repo business,
you can
kids.
repossess a house and a car much simpler than I think, because you have to break into somebody's house to get to their collectibles. And I don't know what the law states on something like that, so I'd be a little maybe not yet.
You gotta hijack the mail truck when they come to pick it up to take it to CGC.
Yeah,
Gotta do a heist.
but it's yeah, it's nutty. Like I said, I know some states are specifically going for and trying to tax sales of sports memorabilia now. I don't think it's collectibles as a whole right now. I think it's sports specific. And that's another reason why, and signed like Hollywood memorabilia, that's another reason why I know in California for signed stuff, you're supposed to have provenance for it. And you could get sued or even arrested and fined if you don't have provenance for signed,
What does that mean?
verified signed stuff. What?
What's Providence besides a place in Rhode Island?
Paperwork. You have to have paperwork, a
Proof.
certificate of authenticities, or it's verified by a third party type. So like your signature series, that's automatically you don't need to have any provenance for that, because it's guaranteed with the label that you've got from CGC.
So that's if you're
They-
selling it as signed though, right?
So yeah, like if we have,
Yeah, like if I have a
see,
comic
we
book
get
in my
signed
box
comics
that's
in a
signed by
store.
somebody, they can't break down the door and bust me for having a signed comic, right?
Right. Well, no, what they can do though is like when we sell comics that don't have certificates, sometimes you get some that have, signed by Stephen Platt. John went to the convention 8 million years ago, got it signed there. He never got any paperwork for it because that's not what you were thinking about at the time. Now, if we sell it and it comes back or somebody says that it's not verified, we can get sued for more than what the value was and potentially get arrested or fined for it. It doesn't usually happen a lot with comic books. It might happen with something like a Stan Lee signature where it's got more monetary value. It happens a lot with like signed autographs and signed baseball cards and signed Hollywood memorabilia, or even Hollywood memorabilia in general. Like this came from the set of, and it doesn't have any paperwork behind it. You can't prove it, but you're
So
selling
those are
it
going to
as
be
though
real
it's-
property now, huh? That's kind of good news. Like I've been thinking, man, I've been having a hard time, honestly. Like if this is the last couple months when we can sell this stuff without getting reamed for it, that maybe it's the time to sell, and that things are at a value with, like all the free money that they're printing out. Like they have to find a new avenue to tax now to make up for all this free money that they've been printing and giving out to people. So why not go after collectibles? I don't know. It's tough though. We got down a really good rabbit hole off of the bike shop.
I love Isaac Square right now. You just need to zoom in on that. God, Isaac Rappel just staring at the screen. Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, there it is. It's like frozen on my scrolling. It was so good. Yeah, he's looking at
Love
the
it.
screen. You weirdo, because that's where he hears and sees things.
There
I
you
can
go.
see the phone number on his collar.
They say their
71.
owners, their pets look like their owners, or their owners look like their pets. I'm trying to figure out
Just need to put a set of glasses
which.
on him.
Yeah. Is which? Oh my God, it's so good. Sorry. Yeah. It's perfect.
That's so funny. All right, well, let's get this wheel spun up. We got the wheel of
Yeah.
sequels. Go over them one more time for fun for everybody. We've got Terminator 3, Aliens, Phantasm 2, Matrix Reloaded, Batman and Robin, Weekend at Bernie's 2, Poltergeist 2, Gojira Raids Again. Tremors 2, Liz. It's on there. Tremors 2. Conan the Destroyer.
On there.
Hellraiser 2. Ong Bak 2. Let's see. What is that? Starship Troopers 2, Predator 2, Temple of Doom, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Terminator 3, Aliens.
Wait, John, Jay-Z's buying CGC for that?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. So Jay-Z's investment company is buying CGC.
Get the
And it's
hell
entirely
out of
possible
here.
that they're buying that because of the fact that they know that it's a huge market and there's tons of money to be made there.
Damn.
I don't think the quality is going to go any higher, and I don't think that they're going to invest a whole lot of money for turnaround time. But there is a rumor that they're going to open up a West Coast here, a California CGC grading, like another hub here for the West Coast people. So if you're west of the Mississippi, you send it to California. If you're east, you send it over to
Compton
Florida.
Gangster Certified.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's CBCS time.
That's what a lot of people are doing now. They're stopping a lot of CGC stuff and moving over to CBCS.
Yeah, I think that's the move. Honestly,
Well, I think CBCS was started by one of the original people from CGC.
Mm-hmm.
I think he didn't like the fact that they weren't accepting like certificates of authenticity and things like that for verifiable signature series stuff. I think that's where the schism happened for that. And they refused to grade unless somebody was like a witness because of quality control.
Yeah,
and
but
this
it's
and
not.
that and
But
the other.
that's not foolproof though. Either way.
No, and so he goes, that doesn't make any sense. And so I think that was the reason why that they split, and he started his own like company.
I mean, I feel like this CBCS is probably more reliable when they're looking at these things like on a microscopic level and verifying the signature
I agree.
against like hard copies. It feels.
I've
it feels
submitted
way-
several books.
Yeah, I think CGC is they do it the lazy man's way, where they hey, if one of our people didn't see it or you didn't have it at one of our events, then it didn't happen type situation. That's how they verify it. If it didn't happen under our watch, it didn't happen, so we're not going to verify it. It just seems like the lazy man's way of doing it, whereas CBCS seems to put a little more time and effort into it.
Right.
But
And
see
and
what-
they're trusting the honesty of whoever their
Witness.
verifiers are with.
Yeah,
They
dude.
trust witnesses over
Yeah.
science.
Dude could be in the can and saying like, "Hey, just let me know when you're done."
Well, here I'll tell you how the verified like stuff works for the signature. It's just if there's a signature on it and you send in the right paperwork as like a seller or the person that was the verifier sends in the right paperwork, they automatically assume that it's a signature series event. They don't verify anything. They don't check anything out. It's a form that's done in triplicate. And if you got a stack of those forms, you happen to find them somewhere, somebody say, "Hey man, can I have a couple of those?" And they give them to you, and you can host your own event that way and send it in, and they won't even check it. That's how a lot of these signings go. They just happen to know a guy who knows a guy who's a verifier or who's a witness, and they pass these little pieces of paper around like it's no big deal. And the next thing you know, you're hosting your own CGC event without really being a verified event or a witness, an authorized witnesser.
124
There's,
Music
like-
says Stan Lee signatures thrive off of this folly. Yeah, I don't know anybody who doesn't have a few stale or Tan Lee signatures.
Yeah. You know, it's unfortunate too with Stan because I've gotten a couple signatures from him, and some of them look real good, where it looks like you can read it and it's Stan Lee, and a couple of them look like Tan Lee, like it's a scribble, and it's like, man, I watched the guy do it. It's the same guy. It's just it's a different day.
It's like the weekend at Stanley's, though, right?
Oh,
They just
no
kind of
doubt.
parade him around.
Depends on what
Jeez.
time of day you got them. Early on, it's Stan. Later on, it's Tan.
Or stale. Remember, they're stale too.
We
Man, seeing him
were like
at
number
Comic-Con the year before he died was one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen. He was asking to leave the Marvel booth,
yeah.
and his handlers were just keeping him there, and he's like, please, guys, like, I just want to go. And they're like, no, Stan, you got to stay. You got to take pictures. And everybody's like, like in his face and screaming and photos. It was heartbreaking. It was an awful, awful experience.
I was like, dude, they're not even gonna let him take off like he wants. Like, the fuck, man? It's bad.
Yeah.
It's elder abuse.
Right, it's
It
Stan
was.
Lee. That guy's a legend. You should do whatever he wants.
He couldn't. He was physically detained. I mean, like in all.
You're in
all
a sea of people. You can't get out. And he was
I know, but that
frail.
what I'm saying is that he should have had somebody there that he could actually trust that was looking out for his well-being. You know?
Oh yeah,
Where-
absolutely.
where-
should
where
have.
Where the heck were his kids?
They were the ones that were restraining him because they needed that extra money from his signature.
All right, are we ready for the wheel?
Yeah,
Do
give
it.
that wheel a spin.
Let's do it.
Spin that wheel.
Comment real quick. What do you guys want to see? What's your hopes? What's your
Maybe like
dreams?
too.
Uh-oh.
You guys sure you didn't watch Turner and Hooch instead?
What is it?
I told you.
I can't see
Is it
it.
that?
It's Phantoms too.
Phantasm
Phantasm
Isaac's so mad.
Told you guys was gonna land on that movie when I first said it.
Hey, you know what? You can respin it if you agree to get the old man from Phantasm as a tattoo if it comes up again.
I'm good.
What about the orb? You can get the orb with the spiky things.
No, I'm good. I'll watch the movie.
Oh,
How about the
man.
car? The car. You could get a sweet car tattoo.
I'm not a car guy. I'm not gonna get
Isaac, I don't want to watch this fucking movie, man.
you, you offer up your arm. I'll watch it. Fuck that. I won't even get my kids' names tattooed on me, and you want me to do a damn car.
You gonna get Jaden Smith tattooed on your thigh? The Practical Jokers. That was so great.
That was a great one. That was a great
Oh
one.
man, that was so
Didn't
good.
didn't what's his name get a tattoo of himself like skydiving, but he looks like a
Like
squirrel or
some
something.
kind of rodent? Yeah.
So Phantasm 2 it is, guys.
Wow. And it's for you, Nate. You're the one hosting.
He hosted all the bad ones.
That's not true. I got Tucker and Hooch or whatever the fuck it was called.
I was
Tucker and
actually.
Hooch.
Chad.
Me and Jose had agreed that it was Starsky and Hutch. And I was like, no, it was 80s. And he's like, yeah, Starsky and Hutch was 80s. I went, no, the show was 80s. The movie was like
I was wondering
2000.
how many of us were gonna accidentally watch Turner and Hooch.
And that was the first one I started saying too, was it's the Tom Hanks one with the dog.
Oh, Phantasm
my
2. What are the chances?
Frankly,
One
I'm disappointed.
I do think that this one's better. If it's any consolation.
John said 2 is better than 1.
That's not
Yeah,
saying
I remember I told you when we first were disappointed in the originals that I watched them, like my cousin brought them all together, like the series of them, and I watched them together. So God, I hope it's better. That first one was rough, but it met the criteria. Oh man, Liz, you look so disappointed.
Oh man.
At least
I'm
Josh is
not looking
giggling.
I hated the first one. I told you the Phantasm movies were not made for girls or women or the
Or
female.
people.
People.
We're not meant.
Not meant for mammals.
It wasn't. The director even said it was supposed to be like a young boy's. It's supposed to be some fucking correlation. It's like, well, no wonder I didn't get it. God dang it! Now I gotta. It's two back-to-back shitty movies.
Now we gotta watch part 2 in all its glory. Does the ball make a more impactful appearance in this?
I blame Jose. This is Jose's fault.
Yeah, I said that.
Blame Canada. Blame Mexico.
This is Jose's fault.
So hey, I forgot. Wednesday, Comic Cave's 100th episode.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100.
That's a momentous occasion. I would say we could do a raffle or something, but nobody ever picks the prizes up when we do them. So you're just gonna have to watch it and enjoy.
We'll do something. We'll talk about something. Maybe you could raffle off one of your keys, Nate.
Sure, I got a key to like this old car out front.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, all that laughing made use for the albuterol. Woo, that was good times. Phantasm 2 coming soon to a movie review near you.
Hooray!
Ink and drink.
We're gonna
Long
watch that on our
this
way to
Thursday.
Tennessee.
We're gonna watch
We're
that
gonna
on the
put
way to
so
Tennessee.
much effort into watching this. We're gonna watch it on the road to Tennessee. We'll watch it when we're in New Mexico or something.
Don't
The
do
world's
it. You'll
most
drive
boring
off a
state.
bridge.
You'll drive off the fucking cliff just to not watch it.
No. That's not gonna happen because this isn't a Hodorowski film.
Oh,
Oh, shots fired.
Fuck.
Oh man.
I feel attacked.
Wait till you
Well,
get
here's-
the next.
There's the good news. Here's the good news. Is that whenever we have a horrible movie, we have a lot of fun doing the review.
I don't know. We didn't have very much fun with Tango and Cash, did we?
Because we didn't have Jose with us to get all
I
giddy
know.
about it.
Jose usually
Here, do you want Jose's review? I'll give it to you right now.
Yes.
Well,
please.
sorry. I'm going to cut this down for time's sake. I don't want to talk for the next 30 minutes. But,
Oh shit.
I feel like Jose would say something about how the rogue cops have been embedded into the American psyche, and we're getting fed this information about how cops and this bad lone cop is going to do what's right for justice, and it's setting us up for cops to be taking the law into their own hands. I think that's Jose's deep cut.
Here's one. Did this movie come out before or after Lethal Weapon? Because this might have been the original buddy cop movie that influenced the entire genre of buddy cop movies.
No, man.
yeah, that's exactly my response to that is nope. Nope. No.
One,
Wait, I never
two-
looked it up to see if Jack Palance was actually, if this is before or after Batman. No, because it's Batman 89, isn't it?
I kept on waiting for him to say, believe it?
The Keaton. Didn't the
No.
Keaton Batman come out in 89?
Like, why is he out of breath in between every statement he makes? Because he's drunk.
Dude, he looks like he's on so much coke. He looks so sweaty.
was sampling his own product in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You see how much he
That was the
loved
other
those
thing.
mice?
That's true. How many old white men that live in penthouses? Like that's just not the guy who's slang. I'm thinking you got to go Narcos with the drug dealers. It's not that guy's
He
like.
didn't live in a penthouse. He lived in a weird fucking building in the middle of a
Industrial.
But when you look
friggin'
inside
ma-
of the
and
building, it
even
looked
the-
like a
even
penthouse.
the stupid thing outside of his house, couldn't even have a moat. He had to have another fucking maze out there that they had to drive that stupid car through. They didn't even go through the maze. They just drove through all of it, jumped over the walls and shit.
They had to drive through a maze.
Yeah, that they were making that outside of it. It was like a maze that they kept running into like walls and having to like turn and get. It was fucking stupid. It was so dumb.
I woke up and the movie was over when that chase started.
Me too.
That's why I came on late. I had just woken up. I was like, dude, the movie said 15 minutes left and I fell asleep for 40. Talk about
You're
lullaby.
lucky. I had to watch the whole thing.
Stupid me, I rewound it when I fell asleep and watched it. I finished it. I could have just like fell asleep.
No, it was so gnarly, man. I ended up going to bed yesterday like at 6:30. I was like so tired.
So there you go. If you ever have a restless night and you can't sleep, put up Tango and Cash. It's good
That's
for
right.
something.
That's right.
Just look
Oh
for
my
the
God.
explosions in the fire.
That fire's so cozy, gets you right. That's my log right there.
That's right. Somebody should take the end of Tango and Cash and turn it into one of those Christmas Yule log 10-hour things.
No, you guys are watching Gremlins.
Oh yeah, the 10 hours of the Gremlins singing
Yeah.
Christmas carols.
Oh my god. The more I think about it, the more stupid shit pops into my head from that movie. The horrible acting and like the special effects. They're gonna get electrocuted and it shows like the little things going up. Like you can see that shit.
Dude, if you have a 220 volt
little
wire
like
in
electro
water
lines.
and you dip them into it, they're gone.
Not only that, but the
Well,
person
when you
dipping
look at it
is on
closer, they're actually starting to jerk and getting like shocked before it even hits the water too. It's like really shitty editing. Yeah, oh yeah.
Xanadu.
That's what Xanadu. I'll watch that shit again. No problem. Oh my god.
He's saying you guys are Xanadu now.
Yeah, I figured.
No, I'm going to bed then.
Now
oh yeah,
it's
look
time.
here.
All right, kids. This was fun. Good time. Good night nap time movies. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall asleep in the next one.
Right.
Comic
Fantastic.
Cave. Comic Cave 100 is coming out Wednesday morning. Don't forget to catch it. And we'll see you every Monday here at 9:30 for Collection Connection. Signing off. I'm Nate the Great.
I'm Isaac.
I'm Jason.
Tired.
And I'm Josh.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Laters.
Night, guys.
Good night.